Hey Leute, ich bin's Halloween Dan und heute mache ich eines meiner Lieblingsvideos zu machen. Ich werde zuschauen und auf einen echten Star reagieren. Aber warum übersetze ich ins Deutsche?
Well, I've been translating into German. My voice is back. Because the haunt in question that I'm going to be checking out and reacting to is a haunt not in America, not in Canada, not even here in the UK, but it belongs to two very cool guys, continental cousins of mine over in the beautiful country that is Germany. So join me while I react to the amazing Schattenwelt. So yeah, this is one of my absolute favourite things to do. It's something that I like to do at least a few times every year, where I react to actual real life haunts. Haunts that you guys have done. Some of you contact me and say, react to my haunt. Some of you, I just sort of discover you as if by some miracle.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
But either way, I love looking and reviewing and reacting to these haunts. And no one has to be shy about this. It doesn't matter what you've done, it's cool to me. I just like watching anyone do something incredible for Halloween. Which brings me on to who we are watching today. So as I said in the intro, this haunt isn't based anywhere in the US or the UK, but is in Germany and is a haunt called Schattenwelt, which means shadow world. It's run by two amazing guys called Thorsten and Steph, who apparently are neighbours, and their shared love of Halloween brought them together many years ago, and they've done an ever increasingly more incredible haunt with every single passing year. I became aware of them a couple of years ago. They actually approached me and said, hey, we love your channel. Would you like to check out what we do for Halloween and check out our haunt? It's called Schattenwelt. So I had a little look, and I'm not going to lie, there was a few videos. It took me a little while to get through them all. But when I finally had done, I was blown away. And I don't mean to sound mean, but I kind of assumed, being that these guys were from Germany and Halloween isn't a huge deal on the continent in Europe, and it's only just a slightly bigger deal here in the UK, that it probably was going to be on a pretty small scale. That was my assumption when they first contacted me. But how wrong could I have been? Very wrong is the answer. And I think that's what makes this even more amazing, is that here on this side of the pond, and I've talked about it from a UK perspective, getting hold of animatronics and props is really difficult and really expensive. It costs an absolute fortune, which is why it's still so small and mediocre here. So in Europe, in mainland Europe, it's even more difficult to get hold of these things and even more expensive. Luckily for Thorsten and Steph, they are actually technical whiz kids. They can put things together, they can make their own stuff, and that's exactly what they've done. Absolutely everything you're about to see is homemade. Yes, all right, some of it is skeletons and stuff that they probably bought from stores, but if it's animatronic, they're the ones who've created the animatronic. If it's lights or anything, they've created it, and it's phenomenal. Truly phenomenal. Now, the video I'm going to be watching today is actually their 2023 haunt. They did produce a shorter version of this for the 2024 video, and I have looked at it, but I wanted to watch the 2023 one again because it's a bit longer and you see some of these things in a slightly more detail. So I'll be watching that one. Please join with me. It's sort of a reaction. I have seen this video before, but it's been a while since I've seen it. So it will be kind of like, there will be things that I remember and there'll be some things that I don't. So let's just get into this. The video is about 30 minutes long, so there might be bits I have to cut out. So sorry guys in advance if you were expecting to see the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole video, I'll leave the link to their channel in the description. It is Schattenwelt Monster. You can go and watch these videos in their full majesty. They're definitely worth a view, as well as a whole bunch of other videos where they kind of do tutorials about how they made their props and stuff. So definitely go and check out their channel if you get the chance. But now, onto the video. Schattenwelt by Steph and Topo. I know in the 2024, they actually have built themselves some new entrance pillars, which are very cool. This is 2023. Now we start off pretty standard stuff, inflatables and the lights, sort of things you will see commonly on this side of the pond. Though I have to say that inflatable cat is impressive. So now we're inside the haunt, and this is like their introduction to the haunt. There's a skull telling people to beware. Again, everything's homemade. Very, very cool, setting the scene. And now we're going into the haunt. So we've got this long candlelit tunnel. Very, very cool. Very, very dark. Now, I'm pretty sure at the end of this tunnel is the first thing that I saw that made me go, holy crap, these guys are on another level. This is some impressive stuff. We get to the end of the tunnel. What's that? That's ominous. So we've got a skeleton. Okay. Some creepy illuminated symbols. I like the whispering sounds. That's a cool effect. And this, I know what this is. It's really, really cool. So we go into this room and we've got a window of sorts with some wheels and some lights. It's all very professionally set up. And I remember watching this thinking, what's this all about? Oh. So it's an elevator. And they're shut the elevator doors. And we're going in an elevator ride. So now, very creakily, the elevator's starting to move upwards. Okay, very cool. I've never seen this in anyone else's haunt, by the way. This is incredible. So, oh, hang on. There could be a problem with the elevator. The lights are flashing. What's the issue? I hope nothing serious. Oh, it's very serious and we're dropping to our death. We're crashing and we've crashed. Smoke's going off. Oh, load of bangs and clangs. And now we're in hell. So they've got this really cool projection on the roof of like a Reaper type ghoul who's reaching in for the people inside. Very cool projection, I have to say. And now I think the idea is that we're supposed to feel like we're in a dungeon. So the doors open and we've got some ghastly things waiting for us. So we've got two, oh, there we go. Some really jittering zombies there. Just really raging forward. And once guy jumps out, that was cool. Again, guys, all homemade. Everything homemade here. Very, very cool. Scene. Now we move on. Spiders. I can't actually remember what this bit was. Oh, cool. We've got another projection there. Like a skeleton in the dungeon. Ooh, I like that projection. That's a cool projection. Wow. Some blue-eyed skeleton guy. What he's doing. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's a coffin. Oh yeah. Cool. Skeleton's to illuminate. Oh, here he comes. Very cool. More projections. Oh, they've got one of them mirror effects that makes it look like you're looking down a long tunnel of skulls. Oh, and the skull's actually moving. Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. Wow. I think I want to make one of them mirrors myself. One of them sort of ones that makes it look like a long tunnel or something. Oh my god. Jeez. That's good. Very awesome. Drop down. A drop down scare. And we've got like a wall of like lava and stuff, and oh, and a whole bunch of spiders. Look at these spiders. Oh, and they move. Oh god. That would get you in the dark, wouldn't it? Very, very cool. Ah. Now this was the bit that, especially for what I was trying to achieve last year, I was looking at this thinking, wow, this is on a whole other level. So they've got their Frankenstein's monster mad scientist laboratory set up. Again, everything in this room was homemade. Every light, every piece of machinery, everything homemade. So here's this lightning effect. So it's like lightning's just struck in and struck the machine. And now the machine is like activating and coming to life. I mean, that's incredible just as a scene set out on its own. But then to have all these machines lighting up, synchronized together, the computer screens come on and we've got like a heartbeat monitor now. So cool. Oh, look at the lightning in the jar as well. That's cool. Wonder how they did that. That is very cool. Everything's kind of going a bit like, is it working? Everything's sort of breaking a little bit. Oh, and look. And then they've got the light running into the back of the monster's head and he's just sort of shaking. So lightning, like you get electricity. Oh, he's raising his arms. And then he sits up. So cool. Sitting up. This is what I wanted to try and achieve in my own haunt last year. Obviously didn't, and it would not have looked this good anyway. This is incredible. Really, really cool. So cool. All the machines though with all the lights, to have made all that. I wish I spoke German because he's probably saying something really cool. And now he's lying back down. And now we've moved on and we've got, oh wow, what's that? Say, teleportal. Oh, it's like a portal. Okay, cool. And we've got a guy leaning out the window. What's going on out there? Oh, another cool projection. Oh, it's like the same projection from before. So it's the creepy Reaper kind of guy. That's kind of cool. So it's kind of linking the same effect, if you like, throughout the haunt. I like that. It's a cool projection as well. Some projections are a bit wimpy. This isn't one of them. So cool. So they've got like a Reaper kind of prop. Again, homemade, guys. All made by them. Programmed by them. Wow. So cool. Very cool. I love the atmosphere they've created as well. It's very, very creepy and dark and ominous. And the sounds going off in the background. Got a little skeleton guy there. think we must be coming close to the end now. I think this is like the way out. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Well done, guys. I know in the 2024 version as well I watched, I think they added a projection at the end of that hall. It's like a Reaper swiping with his scythe, which is also very, very cool. And they'd also, as well as creating some new entrance arches made out of like a stone effect, they'd also like added like a little dragon head that talked and had smoke coming out of it. These guys are incredible. So that was Schattenwelt, and I have to say again, I've said it all the way through that video, everything that you just saw was made by two guys. They spend weeks, if not months, putting that haunt together, getting everything just right. The ability that's gone into that, whether it be the programming of the servos for everything, the lining of everything up, the getting the sensors in the right places, the lighting, the sound effects, the projections. That elevator scene, as an example, I don't think I've ever seen that in anyone else's haunt. The idea of going in to an actual elevator, the doors closing, the elevator sounds, thinking you're going up, and then the sensation of being sent down. That is such a cool idea. So, so unique. And then everywhere you turn, it's that thing of the unexpected. You don't know what's going to move, what isn't going to move. You're in a dark, kind of feels almost like a cavernous space. There's things popping out at you. There's projections going on. There's things dropping down. There's spiders. Then you have that amazing Frankenstein's monster scene, which is just spectacular, to be quite honest with you. The lighting is phenomenal on that scene. And the monster rising up off that table is exactly what anyone would want to achieve if they're trying to create a Frankenstein's monster scene. I should know, I wanted to achieve it and failed miserably. It's just absolutely incredible. And I think I did briefly touch on it in the intro and in the beginning of this video, but it is so difficult to get even just those spare parts and the moving pieces and the skeletons and all those things. It's so difficult to get those things on this side of the pond. I don't think you guys in North America understand just how hard it is to access any of this stuff without spending an absolute fortune. So for them to have a haunt like that with pop-out things and things moving everywhere you look and lights and projections and all kinds of stuff going on, it is massive, massive props to these guys because they are absolutely incredible. And when I saw their haunt, I was like, I think this is better than almost everything in the whole of the UK. That haunt is better than everything I've ever seen on this side of the pond, including my own haunt. But what did you guys think? Leave a lovely comment in the comments section. And if you get the chance, like I say, please, please follow the link in the description below. Go and check out Schattenwelt Monster and go and follow these guys because they are incredible. You can also, just for my English and North American viewers, you can translate their videos into English if you want to try and understand what they're saying. So you can do that. Do that. It's very much worth doing because they are so, so clever. What they produce, what they make is so, so ingenious, and their haunt is absolutely incredible. To Torsten and Steph, thank you so much for contacting me. I'm so glad you told me about your haunt because it's phenomenal. Keep on doing what you do. I can't wait to see what you produce for 2025. I'm sure it's going to be next level. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one.
Halte es gruselig. Tschüss.